everyone, and welcome to the first installment of Alien Month, where I'll be taking a look at a game centered around the Alien franchise every Monday throughout October. Or at least that's the plan. I'm not usually great with deadlines, but that's what I'm aiming for. By the way, I'm going to be completely transparent. I got the idea to do all of this halfway through September, giving me no time at all to do this, so hopefully this goes well. First off, we're going to be taking a look at Alien Trilogy on the PS1, and while we're at it, Alien Resurrection, also on PS1, assuming that it arrives from eBay in time, because I don't actually own it right now. Like I said, short notice. From what I can tell, they seem pretty similar. They're both made by the same developer, so I thought, hey, two birds, one stone. Let's see how this goes. Anyway, Alien Trilogy. That doesn't say trilogy, that says Trilogy. To be honest, I don't really know why this game is called Alien Trilogy at all. I bought the game expecting it to be a retelling of the first three films in the style of a Doom-esque shooter, but that isn't really what it is. What I found instead is an original story, and I say story in the biggest possible quotation marks. From what I can tell, it's more of an amalgamation of the first three films, featuring the monsters from the first movie, the weapons from the second, and some of the locations and monsters from the third. And what it really comes down to in the end is just a series of challenges. Really, is your goal ever as simple as just getting to the end of the level? More often than not, it involves you activating every switch in a level, defeating every enemy in a level, removing all the barricades, or finding a lost item, or something along those lines. What makes this interesting is that the game kinda leaves it up to you to judge whether or not you've actually completed the objective or not. You can move on to the next level at any point, and the game will either be like, yep, you got it all, you did it, 100%, or it'll be like, yeah, you know, more or less, you kinda did it. And I actually kinda like that. It compels you to explore a little bit more just to make sure you've uncovered everything, and finishing a level thinking, yeah, you know what, I think I've done it, is a lot more satisfying and rewarding than just seeing objective complete in the top left or something. In a weird way, it actually makes it feel like you've got a job to do, like you have a responsibility, and if you don't do it right, the game will tell you off, like a manager at work. Oh, you don't want to get in trouble with the game. Honestly though, I do feel like I kinda would have preferred a more traditional A to B, get to the end of the level kind of thing. Maybe that's just because that was what I was expecting, I don't know, either way. Meh. Another point I feel like I should bring up is that Alien Trilogy is pretty difficult. The controls definitely did take some getting used to at first, by which I mean I never really ever got the hang of it. Man, you better get back here, Xenomorph, I'm gonna get you, just you wait, you're in for it now, Buster. On top of that, the game is just hard, like really hard, like in that way that only old school 90s shooters used to be. By level 4, I got to that point where I'd completely screwed myself over, I saved the game and began the next level with almost no ammo and no health, and of course the next level started out with a bloody Xenomorph that would just not stay still. One thing that really grounded my gears is that with every level, enemies just get arbitrarily stronger, as I guess that's the game's way of creating artificial difficulty. It's really stupid. It wouldn't be so bad if the game established that it was a different kind of enemy, so you instantly realize that it's a stronger kind of Xenomorph, but no, it's like, it's the same guy, he's just stronger now. Whoops! First level, the facehuggers took one bullet, bada bing bada boom, you're a dead. In the next level it was 2 bullets, a few levels later it's 3, and so on. In the first level, the Xenomorphs take 4 shotgun shells, a few seconds later it's double that. Not a few seconds later, a few levels later, but it might as well be a few seconds later. Actually, that does remind me, I learned 2 things while playing Alien Trilogy. 1. Don't use the pistol. As soon as you get the shotgun, you rely on that, because killing a Xenomorph or even another person in this game with a pistol is like a bloody 3-hour commitment. It's just not worth your time. 2. Don't run out of shotgun shells. If you run out of shotgun shells like I did, you have to use your pistol. Like I said, don't use the pistol. Also, don't run out of shotgun shells. How do you make sure you don't run out of shotgun shells? Use the pistol sometimes, but don't ever use the pistol. So, yeah, I also really like the way that walking over dead enemies in this game hurts you, which sounds like a really stupid and annoying idea, but in the context of Alien, it does make sense. The Xenomorphs have acid blood, people in those movies die because of that acid blood, so the fact that it hurts you to touch is not only kinda creative, but it makes you conscious of where to fight each enemy. Not really a good idea to have too many dead bodies blocking a doorway, which is what I kept letting happen, because I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, and this game also has the best bloody game over screens I've ever seen in my life. Here's what happens when a Xenomorph kills you. And here's what happens when you fall to your death. When I first died in this game, I realised that I hadn't saved the game up to that point, and I hadn't jotted down any of those giant bloody passwords, and I had to start from the very beginning. But seeing this made it worth it. It's bloody amazing. And that's all I have to say about Alien Trilogy. Now let's move on to Alien Resurrection, which arrived just in time for this review. So I got about 10 minutes into the game and I was really liking it. I was actually kind of blown away by this game. It's in 3D and it has atmosphere and it felt really cool to play. It was not what I was expecting at all. I was really looking forward to talking about how the game feels to play, how crappy and sluggish the shooting is, how bloody difficult it is. But I kept running into a glitch where I couldn't get past a certain door even after I'd used a key card so it should open. I looked it up online. Apparently this is a common problem if you play the game on a PS3, which is kinda weird, but hey, no worries, I'll play it on the PS2 instead. Oh, good. Yeah, at first it wouldn't work, but then I eventually got it to work, but then in the end it wouldn't work after all because my recording software would never get past the PS1 startup logo. So after that, I tried recording in a different way, using a component splitter to hook up the PS1 via composite cables, which actually worked. Except then, it didn't show up on the TV. No matter what I tried. So you know what? Forget it. I guess I won't be reviewing Alien Resurrection after all. Thank you for watching my Alien Trilogy review, everyone. See you next week.